Hi, and thanks for joining the Not So Salty Kitchen. My name is Michelle, and for dessert tonight, I will be making a flourless chocolate cake. The ingredients are 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, 5 eggs, 1/3 cup of olive oil, 3/4 cup cane sugar or granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of cardamom, and then 1 teaspoon of almond extract. And then I will also be using this, I know it's in a plastic bag, I'm sorry, but this is the cocoa powder that I'll be using for dusting. So first, after you grab your ingredients, preheat your oven to 350 and grab a 9-inch cake pan. While the oven is preheating, I took a sauce pot and filled it halfway with water, and that is on the stove. I'm letting that water simmer. And then in this bowl, which is heat safe, I'm going to place this over the pot. I'm going to fill this with 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil and the 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. I'm going to put both the olive oil and the chocolate in here, and then I'm going to place that on top of the pot. I'll show you. And then I will stir until the chocolate and olive oil are combined and melted. So I've got my bowl with chocolate and olive oil, and I'm going to place that on top of the pot. Do not let the pot actually touch the water. And then I'm just going to melt. This doesn't look really professional, but just go with me here. And as you can see, my chocolate is already melting and mixing with the olive oil, so I'm just going to do this until it is completely melted and mixed together. That is coming along very nicely. Now that my chocolate has melted and combined, I'm going to remove this bowl from the heat, and I'm going to add in the sugar, almond extract, and the cardamom. This recipe calls for 3/4 of cane sugar or granulated sugar, so I'm using cane sugar. First, I'm just going to add 1/4 to this chocolate mixture, and then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of almond extract, and then I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of cardamom. Oops. Hopefully that wasn't contaminated. All right, and then I'm going to mix that together. So while I let my chocolate mixture cool, I am going to crack open 5 eggs. I'm going to place the egg whites in a medium bowl, and then I will place the yolks in a small bowl. Okay, so I'm no Martha Stewart, but I did the best I could by separating the yolks and the egg whites. I'm sure there's a much easier way than how I did it. So there is a little bit of yolk in here, but I honestly don't feel too worried. I'm going to whisk this, for about 5 minutes, and then I will add in the rest of my sugar, which is 2/4. So I just finished whisking the egg whites with the rest of the cane sugar until it became frothy. I'm going to set that aside, and now that my chocolate has cooled, I'm going to add in the yolks one at a time and fold them into the chocolate mixture. I've added the egg yolks into the chocolate mixture, and now I am whisking it together, and then I am going to fold in the egg whites. Now I'm going to continuously fold. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I'm really not a baker, but I'm going to fold this until the egg whites are fully incorporated and I have a thick batter, which is not happening yet, so we'll see. Okay, so I've got what I think is a thick batter here, and I'm going to transfer it into my greased 9-inch cake pan. Now I have to say, if this cake turns out, I'm going to be really proud of myself, and if it's actually edible and delicious, I'm going to go on Top Chef. Okay, so hold on everyone, I've been duped. Funny mistake, but I grabbed a 12-inch cake pan. This is the 9-inch. So I greased it. My husband had the 9-inch cake pan in the garage. Why? I don't know. I don't want to know. But it was clean. I cleaned it again. And now I'm going to put the batter into the 9-inch cake pan and bake it for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, back on track. So I'm going to place this in the oven to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, so here is my finished product, the Flourless Chocolate Cake. Now, I'm not saying this is the most attractive cake I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the ugliest cake I've ever seen. So here's to hoping that it tastes good and that the texture is good. Time to give this Flourless Chocolate Cake a taste test. It's really good. But I'm probably not going to go on Top Chef anytime soon.